Well, hey friends, and welcome back. Today, I want to take you along with me as we declutter and organize my junk drawer. This is one area of my life that has just gotten extremely out of hand, especially recently. And I've tried a lot of band-aid fixes to kind of organize it in the past, but I found that nothing has ever really stuck because I've always treated my junk drawer as kind of an afterthought. I think it's really easy to treat your junk drawer as kind of that place that you shove stuff into that you don't really know where it belongs, and then you just do your best to try and forget about it, but I don't think that's the way it should be. I think it can and even should be a really useful and organized space in your home that can hold all of your just for when items. Those items that you need, but that don't necessarily have a place elsewhere in your home. But being honest right now, that is not where my junk drawer is at currently. It's kind of a mess. And so today what I want to do is basically to transform my junk drawer into a utility drawer that's decluttered, that's organized, and where I can actually find what I need. So this is going to be fun. I just love a good before and after transformation. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and let's do this. Okay, so before we begin organizing, I want to share with you my current junk drawer setup. Here it is. Everything is basically just tossed in here in a completely unorganized way. You can see kind of some of the remnants of when I've tried to do organization in the past, but they, as you can see, are doing absolutely nothing. So any organization that we've had in the past has basically disappeared at this point, and there's a lot of work to be done. So that's what we're working with. Now you guys know I wasn't lying, it really is a mess. But I'm also hopeful that we can kind of create some order from the chaos and inject some organization and some systems that I'll actually be able to maintain. In order to do that though, we really need a blank slate that we can start from. So what I'm going to do is just to start by getting everything out of the junk drawer onto the counters so that I can kind of see what we have and deal with it appropriately. So that's step one. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so here are the contents of our junk drawer all laid out. There's definitely a lot to go through here. Before we start sorting through any of these items though, I want to take a minute to pause and to give the drawer a good wipe down. All right, well, it's time now to do some decluttering and make decisions about where these items are going to go. And I basically want to approach this by separating everything here into four main categories. The first category is things that I want to keep in the drawer itself. The second is going to be things that belong in our house but not in the drawer, and for those items I want to put them back where they belong. The third category is things that I want to donate, items that we no longer need. And then finally, the fourth category is things that I want to recycle or to throw out. So what I want to do now is basically just to sort everything that we have on the counter into one of those four piles so we can deal with each one. All right, well, I've sorted everything into groups now. Let me walk you through it. So right here, we've got the keep pile. We have the rehome pile. These are things that I want to keep in the house, but that I need to move them back to where they belong. We have the donate pile of things that I'm wanting to pass on to others. Specifically, I found a bunch of Legos, which we don't really play with Legos since we're both adults, although Christopher does have a couple Lego sets, which I guess is where he got these from, but I'm gonna see if there's like a kid or something like that we can pass those on to. And then right here, we just have the recycle and trash piles. And before we continue with our organizing, what I want to do is to quickly spend 5 to 10 minutes dealing with those other three categories of things that we're not going to be keeping in the drawer itself. So I want to recycle and throw things out, put things back in their home, and for the things that we're going to donate, I want to quickly make a plan for, okay, are we going to be giving this to a friend, dropping it off at a local donation store, and things like that. So I'm going to do that really quickly, and then we can move on to the final step, actually organizing everything. Okay, time now for the final step, and that's to contain everything. And this for me is always the most satisfying part. So what I want to do now is to start grouping the like items that I have together and then to place them in containers. I think honestly, this was the biggest struggle I had with the organization systems that I'd kind of tinkered around with in the past. I always just used whatever I had on hand without actually thinking about, okay, is this the right size for the items that I had? And so as a result, I often ended up using containers that were either too small for the items that I was trying to house or way too large, which meant that other things would just kind of creep their way in and I wouldn't put things back where they belonged. So to help solve that problem, I made a trip to Target and found several different containers of different sizes that I want to kind of use in combination with each other to be able to organize each kind of smaller category within the drawer. And these little packs were a great deal. They were just $2 each and they contain anywhere from 2 to 4 trays depending on the size of them. And what I love is that you can tell that they were all designed to go with each other, so I think it should all fit in really well in the drawer. So I'm going to take these and try to give everything a home. One that's not too big, not too small, but that's just right, and that hopefully is going to make it a lot easier to maintain. So here we go, we've got everything sorted into boxes and really grouped by kind. We've got one for tools, one for pens and writing utensils, got one for stamps, tape, scissors and stapler. I'm not going to actually put the lighter in a box because it doesn't fit in any, but I do have a plan for creating a little section for it by itself, and then everything else is, kind of grouped by category and by kind. All right, well, we've got everything sorted and organized, and now all that's left is to put everything back into the drawer. All right, well, here we go. This is the completed junk drawer transformation. This honestly looks so much better, and I just love that it feels like everything now has a home. Well, that's it. That is our junk drawer transformation, and I am absolutely just blown away by how this turned out. Going into this, I was really hopeful that we'd be able to turn my junk drawer into a more useful and organized space to the point where I could actually get away with calling it a utility drawer, but I'm absolutely just so excited by how this all came out. This really made the area so much more useful and practical, and now I won't have to waste time trying to search for things that I need or just get generally stressed out the moment that I open up the drawer. It's clean, it's organized, and everything has a home exactly how we like it. But I hope that you all enjoyed coming along with me as we decluttered and organized my junk drawer. And I hope that this motivates and inspires you if you feel stressed out by your junk drawer to go and do the same. And as always, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. That's everything I've got for you in today's video though. Thank you all so much for watching and for coming along with me, and I'll see you in the next one.